자, 주말마다 하나씩 나오는 영상 있죠. 자, M551 이번에 셰리든이에요. 셰리든. 침대 드칭격 셰리든. 자, 미 공수부대에서 항상 정예병력으로 간주되어 온 만큼 공수 전차를 비롯한 특수한 무기와 장비들을 필요로 했다고 합니다. 봅시다. 이거 뭐냐, 로커스턴 그거 아니야? M551. 저거 은근 조작감 좋아서 타면 재밌어요. 야, 방금 나 봤다. 또 사비치는 거. 그죠, 로커스트. 불도.
The M56 self-propelled gun lacked proper protection, and the T-92 wasn't amphibious.
아, 그리고 이런 형태로 T-71인가 인가 뭐 해가지고 클립형 장비 있었거든요. 월탱에 나왔어요.
Providing protection against rifle caliber rounds, being able to float, and mounting a powerful gun.
T-92 경전.
Cadillac provided a solution. Lightweight aluminum armor allowed the XM551's designers to meet the weight requirement, while a 152mm gun launcher showed great promise in firepower. This weapon combined the ability to fire guided missiles at heavy armor with moderate recoil, convincing the military to proceed with the project.
저렇게 작은 거에 저렇게 다 넣을 수는 없죠. 뭔가 문제가 있을 겁니다.
The new tank was designated the M551 셰리든, named after the 19th century general Philip Sheridan.
자, 19세기 장군의 이름이었다네.
It still met the military's key requirements. As the army transitioned to the MBT standard, the Sheridan was classified as a reconnaissance
정찰
fighting
전투
vehicle.
차량으로
However,
분류됐다.
in Vietnam, where it saw its first
근데
combat,
셰리든은
the
뭔가
U.S. used it as a
귀염귀염한
conventional
이뻐
tank,
보면.
not in its intended airborne role. Combat use of the M551 revealed numerous issues. The gun had a short barrel life,
워썬더에서는
developing
셰리든은
cracks after
그
repeated
시선
firing.
유도
Crews
이거
didn't
뭐야,
initially receive any guided missiles at all,
로켓이라고 해야 되나?
but to be
족보에서
fair, in
발사하는 거.
Vietnam,
그게
high
진짜
explosive rounds
꿀입니다.
were more than enough. Beyond
기동
the
중에도
gun,
발사가
the tank had
나오거든요.
other issues: insufficient armor and an unreliable power plant. The vehicle was very vulnerable to mines.
보통 요 비할
and a
그
cramped
셰리든
fighting
비할
department.
때에서는 미사일
There was
같은
a
거
long
쏠려면
list of
멈춰서 쏴야
shortcomings,
되거든.
and those led to heavy losses in combat. By the end of the Vietnam War, some of the engineering flaws were resolved,
베트남전 끝날
but the tank
무렵에
was far from
뭐
perfect.
개선이 됐나
Still,
보네.
it remained in service for 30 more years due to a lack of alternatives and the slow pace of developing a successor.
개선돼야
The Sheridan's
되는데
only
뭐
real
대체품이
use
없어서
in airborne
30년도
operations
사용했다.
came during the invasion of Panama. In most cases, it functioned more as a mobile fire support platform. Plans to upgrade the M551 with a more modern weapon system also never materialized. The Army disposed of the ill-fated tank in the late 1990s, after the end of the Cold War. By that time, there was already a promising project of a lightweight vehicle with an unmanned turret undergoing trials, and defense officials expected it to succeed. However, the M1128 Stryker turned out to be a vehicle with its own host of troubles. In War Thunder, you can find two Sheridans at ranks 4 and 6 of the U.S.
얼마
Ground
전에
Forces
이벤트로
Tech
나왔던
Tree. They carry
76mm
different armaments.
이게 골장비로
The prototype is armed
배틀패스
with a conventional
보상이었는데 은근
76mm
좋다더라고요.
gun, while the production model is fitted with the
팔았습니다.
special gun/launcher.
네, 잘
In terms of
사가더라고요.
mobility, the M551 is
그거
quite
팔아서
agile,
그
but still not
뭐냐
fast enough to consistently
알리케
outrun
투자해놨는데
modern
알리케 지금
MBTs.
가격이
The
똥값이
tank has
됐어.
enough fire in the front to withstand machine gun fire, but is vulnerable to artillery and high explosive rounds. Among its
알리케
counterparts,
똥값대.
the Sheridan really stands out due to its size. Being only slightly smaller than the Patton, it's highly visible on the battlefield and difficult to ignore. Additionally, it cannot swim in its default configuration, as its swimming capability
경전 타면
is
제일
provided by
짜증나는
a special
게
flotation screen.
고구경 기관포 있잖아. 기관총이네
These two
기관포.
Sheridans play
팁티는 그래 안
very differently.
무섭고
The production model,
팁티
armed with a
짜증나긴
large
하는데
cannon,
좀
is
경사감
routinely
조금만 주면 안
engaging Cold
뚫리거든요.
War era
20mm
armored
이상
vehicles.
되면은 이게
Its primary
그냥
targets are slow,
커벌되거든.
heavily armored vehicles like the Soviet
그게 좀
IS-4,
무서워. 조심해야 돼.
IFVs, and anti-aircraft guns. Its anti-tank missiles and heat rounds can easily
그쵸,
penetrate thick
오히려
armor, while its high-explosive rounds make
중형
short work
그러니까
of
헤비
light
탱크가
vehicles.
좋아 편해요.
As
대응하기
this
때문에
Sheridan
그렇죠.
lacks a laser
족보 발사 미사일
rangefinder,
이런
it's
걸로
more convenient to rely on missiles at long to
고장갑이라도
medium
다 뚫을 수
ranges,
있으니까
while
기동
heat shells
내리지.
are better for close-range engagements. They also reload significantly faster.
가끔 보면 근데
When
그
using the
뭐냐
production Sheridan,
고구경 갖고
caution
있는
is
거예요.
key.
대구경 막
Hide the tank behind terrain
13mm,
features.
뭐
Try not
이상하게
to trigger
15mm,
aircraft with machine gun
20mm
fire,
이런 거 막
and avoid
쏘아있거든.
dueling MBTs,
그런 애
as
만나면
your gun
짜증나.
takes way too long to reload to make those engagements worth it.
제가 그래도 한때 지상전 할 때
The
쉐리던 많이
experimental
탔었는데
model,
할 말이
armed
많네.
with the same cannon as the Walker Bulldog, is quite
76mm는
different.
안 타봤습니다.
The only thing it shares
그때는
with the
이미
production
접었어.
version is its
지상전
platform.
접었어.
It has access to sub-caliber rounds that have a
누구형
decent
지상전
penetration
왜
rate
안
and
하나요?
are
실력이
easy
안
to
늘어서요.
use,
예.
but do limited
공중전은
damage.
그래도 좀 봐줄만
The gun of
하잖아.
the tank reloads
지상은
faster
한
than
1년
most
했는데
opponents
생각한
and features
만큼
a
실력이 안
stabilizer,
늘더라고.
which is rare at its rank.
제가 그래도
Both
월탱하고
Sheridans are
와가지고
best used as
자신만만했는데
flankers,
게임
but the
시스템이
half
다르니까 그
bulldog
실력이 안
model
나오더라고.
can also be used in a very aggressive way.
야,
Take a
저거 뭐야
position
저거
next to
로켓
the main
발사대
battle
아니야?
area,
오.
knock out a few opponents with powerful APBC shells,
아,
and then
76mm
retreat.
쉐리던
Its main
좋은가
drawback is
일단 연사
limited
되게
ammunition.
빠르네.
The Sheridan carries just
아 그리고 미국
23
탱크들 좋은
rounds, and
점이
it's
다
highly
50 달려
advisable to
있거든요.
take at
은근
least a
좋아요.
few
뭐 저걸 잡지 못해도
high-explosive
뭐
shells.
궤도 끊거나 춤포 날리거나 할만하니까.
Despite its troubled
유사지.
history, the Sheridans of War Thunder stand out among their peers and allow for
그렇죠. 저렇게
unconventional
폭스 같은
tactics
거
on the
정리하기도
battlefield.
좋아.
What's your favorite strategy for the Sheridan? Share
가장
your
좋아하는 쉐리는
experiences
뭔가요?
in the comments below.
105mm 150mm 아니야. 그래도 큰 거 한 방 쏴야지.